La da dee, la da dee. Oh, wee wee. Oh, magnificent. No. Well, that was no Pablo Picasso artwork, I know, but we are here today to talk about art. Hi, I'm Valerie Bogar, and I'm your host for Insight. And today we're actually going to be here with 3 kids, and they're going to be talking about their artwork. And they learned their art from an excellent person, from a guy named Mr. Art Jenkins. And the interesting thing is, his name is what he does, which he loves to do art. And I would like to introduce for the guests today. And first, I'm going to start off with this young man who's sitting next to me. How about you tell everybody your name?
Hi, my name is Isaiah Jose Santana. I go to Calvary Christian Academy. I'm 7 years old, and I'm going to 2nd grade.
Okay.
I used oil pastels for my picture.
Okay, and we're going to see that a little bit later on. All right, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Alexee Carter. I'm 10 years old, and I go to Elliott Point Elementary School.
Okay, I'm going to skip you and save you for last. All right, young lady, tell us about yourself.
Hi, my name is Gabriella Lako Mitchell. I'm 10 years old, and I go to Liza Jackson Preparatory School.
All right, you guys are here in all different ages, and you guys are actually the youngest group we've ever had here. And you guys look very lovely, and we cannot wait to see your artwork. And I'm sure our viewers can't wait to see it either. But our special guest for this evening is Mr. Art Jenkins. How about you introduce yourself?
I'm Art Jenkins, owner of Mr. J's Barbershop and also Creative Innovations Studio. And I'm originally from Richmond, Virginia. I'm living here in Florida for the last 30-something years. And I'm an artist who loves art and teaching young kids art.
Well, that's excellent. And you've been teaching the kids at an after-school and summer camp about some artwork. And can you tell us a little bit about that and what you've been doing?
Okay. In the class, we teach basic art. We teach the kids about how to utilize geometric shapes and how geometric shapes you can form any artistic picture or painting that you would like to do. Also, we don't just teach the art, but we teach little things like manners and self-respect and little life lessons that will help them along the way.
And who knew that teaching life lessons can be incorporated into art? And we talked about it earlier in an earlier episode about more specifically about acting and the arts. And I think all forms of art actually helps with children and adults with, it can be behavior, will even teach people how to be more confident. And I think you did an excellent job. I've watching some of your class and what you've done with the kids. And you guys are going to actually tell the audience a little bit about what you guys did and your artwork. But first, I understand that you had different kinds of mediums. And what exactly is mediums exactly in art?
Mediums are basically telling you what area or genre that you're working in. Say, for instance, oil painting is a medium, pastels are a medium, or charcoals, pencils. Those are the different mediums of art. When people say mediums, that means that what you're working in, basically.
Okay, and so is there like a specific area that you prefer?
I prefer acrylics and pen and inks, but being an artist, I love all different areas of it. So I guess you could say I kind of do them all, but specifically acrylics and pen and ink.
Okay, that sounds awesome. And I understand that that you've actually won several awards locally with your artwork. Can you explain a little bit some of your awards you've won?
Well, like I said, I've been here in Fort Walton for 30 years, and I've won things such as the Museum Purchase Award by the Arts and Design Society. Also, I'm a member of the Arts and Design Society here in Fort Walton Beach, and I've won the first place in the, can't even think of the name of it, the Okaloosa County Fair event out there, and I'm also a stable entrant in the Panama City Jazz Festival. So I'm out there all the time.
Excellent. And I'm not really familiar, and I'm sure some of our viewers aren't familiar with all the art that's involved in Okaloosa County. Can you say, like, how often are there festivals here? Do you know? Is it quite often? Or?
Oh, wow. The festival season probably starts around about in the springtime,
okay,
and it goes all the way up until the wintertime. And there are shows all over the place locally. And you can look in the showcase on Sunday and it always tells you where the next art shows are and what's going on in the local area. But they are all all over the place, and we have some great artists here in the local area.
And then there's some even for children to enter in and do things.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I know the Arts and Design Society has one. They have classes that they teach during the summertime for kids. They have certain areas that deal with the kids specifically. I can't give you all the names of them right now, but they're all over the place.
Well, that sounds perfect, and I bet that sounds great for you guys here because you have your artwork and you're going to tell the audience a little bit about it, and maybe you guys can enter your art in some of the festivals that's here locally. So I'm going to start with you, Isaiah. How about you describe your artwork?
I used oil pastels, and the title of my story is called The Giraffe and the Bunny. I drew the bunny because I like bunnies and they're cute and they like carrots and I like carrots too. I drew a giraffe because they have really long necks and they can reach almost to the sky. And they can eat leaves from high trees, and they're the biggest animals on earth.
Well, you did an excellent job with your painting. I think that's beautiful. And what did you say you used to actually create that?
Oil pastels.
And have you used those before? Or?
No, ma'am.
So it was your first time, so actually working with Mr. Art, he actually taught you how to use it. Was there a certain way you had to use oil pastels, like to actually create that? Is there a certain kind of way?
Well, it felt like I was drawing with crayons.
Oh, it felt like crayons a little bit? Okay, well you did a great job for your first time. That's excellent. All right, and then how about you introduce your painting with everybody?
I drew this because I really enjoy drawing hair on females, and I also enjoy drawing just the little details in someone's face.
And how old are you?
10.
10, and you drew that? Oh my gosh, it's so good. I think drawing people is like one of the hardest things you can ever draw. I'm pretty sure you just saw my drawing earlier of my masterpiece of my deformed thing, but as you can see, it was very, very hard, but what you did was very excellent. How are you able to draw, because I noticed you did it with pencil. How did you learn how to do that?
From Mr. Art.
Really? So what techniques did you learn on how to draw your face?
I learned how to do the eyes and the head as geometric shapes, and I learned how to shade by just putting the pencil on the side and doing it lightly.
Well, that's an excellent job, Mr. Art. Well, you taught the children and even teaching them vocabulary, too. It's a big vocabulary word for a child, but that's an excellent job. So how are you able to make it, like, even? Like the eyes and nose and stuff? Is it something you had to do?
In the beginning, you just start with an oval or a circle for a head, and you draw a line in the middle, and you draw the line where you think the eyes or nose should be, and the lips, and you do the eyes, like the line would be right here, and you do the eyes around it and just add the little details.
Well, that's a good job. And you know what? It sounds to me like you use a little math in there, too. It sounds like art can also help you in math and other things. Good job. I think that's excellent. And lastly, we have Gabby here. How about you describe to the audience what you did?
I drew Spider-Girl because I really like drawing Spider-Man, and I'm pretty good at it. And I drew a piece over here because Spider-Girl and all superheroes want the world to have peace, no violence, and that's why I drew her.
Well, I think that's so adorable that you drew and you talked about peace. I think that's very important, especially in the way the world is now. And I also love that you drew Spider-Girl. So you don't hear too many main characters that are female, so I think that's great. So what really inspired you to draw like a girl instead of a guy?
I was watching Spider-Man, and I really like how he was drawn. And I really wanted to draw him, so I did. And then I drew Spider-Girl because, first of all, I've never seen a long time Spider-Girl, forever.
Well, that would be excellent, and maybe, I don't really know my superheroes, I don't know if it's Marvel or the other comic, but maybe they're listening in and then they'll probably have that idea. Wouldn't that be awesome? And see your character, and you can draw your own little comic. And I think all of you did an excellent, excellent job. And I noticed also there's little drawings of spiders in there. Are you afraid of spiders?
No, not really.
You're not? Okay, so you're not the stereotypical girl who's afraid of creepy collar things, so you don't mind seeing spiders and stuff. No. Well, I think those are really, really cute, and that's a good drawing of spiders. I see like the intricacies of how you did it, and the little symbol of peace. And why did you do yours on peace?
Because I think that the world should have no violence, no hurting. I think it should just be everyone love each other like all over.
Oh, that's so beautiful and lovely for you to say something like that. That's great, and I love your artwork and stuff, and hopefully you inspire other kids your age and even adults who's older, you know, to do that. And I think actually doing artwork can actually help with peace. And thank you guys so much. We're actually almost done with the first half. Can y'all believe it? Y'all did a good job up here. And Art, do you have something to say on our lastly before segment ends on the first part?
I want to say that these kids are some very talented kids, but all the kids in our class have been very talented. And the thing that I love about them the most is that when I asked them to do an assignment, they all followed through on their assignments, and everybody was so eager. So it was really easy for me as a teacher or instructor to do the work. I mean, everybody participated, and like I told the kids, you know, they had a contest in order for these kids to be on TV today with us. And what we did was we let the other kids vote for which kid that they thought that their artwork should be here. So it was fair. It's not like we adults pick, say, oh, we think this one is the best. They were chosen by their peers. And those are the things that we try to instill in them also, and teaching them how to judge work, to look at work, and be observant of artwork, even when they go to museums or places like that. So they have a better feel for what they're looking at. And it's really turned out really well.
I think it's a good idea that you have the kids and being able to look at that and actually understand, like, well, okay, why did I like this, and think deeply into it. And I've learned so much, and I know you guys learned some stuff too, especially with Mr. Art. And for our second half, believe it or not, we're actually going to do a little demonstration here with Mr. Art to teach you guys a little bit about art, and we're going to hear a little bit more about what he's done in our community. So please stay tuned here on Insight.